Okay, now in order to have a website, what do you need to do? Um, well, it's really easy to have an extremely powerful WordPress website. I don't think you should even think about at this stage doing anything other than putting together a WordPress website and getting a hosting plan. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through that really quickly. There's two places you could go that are kind of the most famous. One is GoDaddy, which everybody's heard of, and the one that I prefer is called Bluehost. Okay, and it just has a little bit better like plans, pricing, and everything. So I've gone to the Bluehost website. I've got a link over there on the side, and just obviously get started now. All right, so we're going to click. You've got all these different plans. Right now you can just start with the most basic. So let's just say select the starter plan, sign up now. Now here is where you're going to create your domain. Now I'm going to assume for just a second that you know absolutely nothing about how the internet, the interwebs works. And basically, as you all know, every site that you go to has a domain name, whether it's google.com, facebook.com, twitter.com. And what that is basically putting a name for a place on the internet, on something that is like putting an address on a letter, and then it's going to take you to where all those files, where the files of the website are hosted. Okay, so if you hit facebook.com, that's going to take you to all the files of Facebook and whatever. So what you need to do first of all is to create your new domain, and you want to create something that is based on, if you're going to start branding yourself, you need to try to find something that's fairly close to your name. Now, if your name is like ebook designer, which is very generic and a terrible name, but let's put that ebookdesigner.com. Okay, I'm going to click next, and obviously that's taken. Well, let's make sure, but if it's not, I'm going to buy it. Nope. Ebook designer is not available, but it gives you all these other ideas. Okay, so ebookdesigner.website. No, I don't recommend getting anything that's not a .com because to me it just doesn't look as professional. So you want to just come up with something, and there have been times when I've created, when I created the Indie Film Academy, I just used that name because it was available. So, and I was actually surprised that nobody had registered it. So sometimes you'll even find stuff that you think is registered, but it's not there. So let's just do ebook design online. And you typically don't want to have something so long, but you do want to have something that people can A, remember, and B, it's not so long that they can't just type it in. So you want to try to do something kind of easy to remember. So let's do ebook design online, and that rhymes, so it's kind of easy to remember. So let's click next. Ebook design online. That's probably taken too. Babadoo-wee. The domain you have requested, ebook design online, is available. Awesome. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but what you need to do is you're going to put all your information in and everything, and credit card, blah, blah, blah. And then there's two routes you can take. And let me tell you what I suggest versus what the other option is. I really recommend finding people that are experts to help you. One of the best places you can go to get this all set up, to get everything done for you, to get your WordPress site up and running, is to just hire somebody off of Odesk. So go to odesk.com and just put out there, hey, I'm looking for somebody who can, set up a WordPress site for me and, do all the things that you need to do. You can find people in India, Pakistan, Nepal, all over the place, and they charge very little. The money is very good for them, and they're very good at what they do. A lot of the Indie Film Academy site I did with two people. One guy is in Nepal and another guy is in the Philippines, and outsourcing work like that is an amazing way to, focus on what you want to learn how to do and not get sidetracked into, buying WordPress for dummies and doing all this other stuff. Now, one of the interesting things about WordPress, and I'll tell you just a little bit about how that works. WordPress is just a series of files that work, that are on your hosting account. Now, this isn't a class on WordPress, so and I'm not an expert on WordPress, but there's plenty of resources out there that you can, learn how to get your WordPress site up on your own. It's really, really simple. So, but I can't go through that because this is not a class on WordPress. One thing that I did when I was looking for templates, and WordPress works by uploading a template that has the functionality that you want. So let's go to Theme Forest. I got caught up looking at some of my old searches. My son was listening to the Godzilla soundtrack the other day. Okay, so themeforest.com. It's a really good place to find templates, okay? And you can find templates for just about anything. For this class, it's obviously going to be portfolio and things like that, but you can find all kinds of real estate or whatever. Let's see. WordPress templates, blogs, magazines, BuddyPress, corporate, creative. Let's see the creative for a second. Now we're going to have, you can say, okay, portfolio. Click on that. And then, and pricing is so cheap, it's ridiculous for all the work that goes into them. So for $43, well, let's find something that's got more sales. Let's go down. 203 sales for Callium Creative Theme for Professionals. So we'll click on that. And let's look at an example of this creative theme. Live preview. Callium. And here you have a really nice, simple design. And I know that for those of you who have never used WordPress, it's like, okay, what are the steps? How do I take this and then put it over on my hosting account, and how does all that work? And the only thing that I can tell you is it's very, very simple to learn, okay? When you install WordPress on your hosting account, you will log in to WordPress and it'll say, it'll give you a bunch of templates, free templates to use, and a lot of times that'll be enough, or it'll say, do you want to upload a template? And this, when you buy this, for example, it will allow you to download a zip file. And all you have to do is upload that zip file, and all of a sudden your website will look like this. It's so easy and straightforward, but it's beyond the course, the scope of this course to go through that. Okay, so this is just giving you an idea of what I did when I created. I've got a number of different sites out there, and every single theme is bought from ThemeForest. Now, what else should we talk about? Well, that's about it for right now, And then once you get your WordPress site up, either with your MailChimp site or with your MailChimp list, or with your, with your Aweber list, you can, create your squeeze page. Now, one other service that a lot of people use is called Lead Pages. So let's see, leadpages.com. Ooh, okay. Not sure what this means. Let's see again, Lead Pages. Oh, so I guess it's leadpages.net. So even these guys are, couldn't find the .com. Lead Pages is an excellent way to create pages if you don't want to have to worry about design. I used them for a while. I actually don't use them right now because I just went ahead and designed my stuff. You know, I had more custom information that I wanted to put into the forms, but it's a great way if you just want to create a page that people link to and then can then fill in the form and goes to your email address, then Leadpage is the way to go. So if you want something very simple, just go with these guys. And they can also do little pop-ups that come into your site. They have plugins that work for WordPress. But once again, beyond the scope, but I highly recommend Leadpages. Okay, so as far as the website goes, I think that's about it. I highly recommend, if you want a resource for WordPress, you can always go to, I believe lynda.com has the resources. There's tons of resources on YouTube, and you know, to be honest, YouTube is really all you would need, I think, for learning WordPress. And on Creative Live, you know, check out creativelive.com, and from time to time they'll have a free seminar on how to use WordPress. So that is it for creating a website.